I failed because I was too selfish, said no successful person ever, yet we're constantly told to be humble, to put others first, to dim our light. And here's the truth. Every single person who achieved greatness had to master the art of healthy selfishness. And today, through the lens of the most controversial sports anime, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Let me hit you with some hard truth. According to a study by Cornell University, 76% of people's biggest regrets come from not believing in themselves enough to take action. Think about that. The pain isn't from trying and failing, it's from never trying at all. Blue Lock isn't just another hype sports anime, it's a psychological blueprint for unlocking the most misunderstood key to success: strategic ego development. In Blue Lock, ego isn't just confidence, it's a system. After studying the show and comparing it to real-world success stories, I want to dive into what we will call the ego triangle. 1. Identity capital. 2. Winning formula. And 3. Environmental engineering. Let's break each one down. Blue Lock's genius lies in how it shows the evolution of self-belief. Take Isagi's journey. He starts with what psychologists call diffuse identity, trying to be a good team player because that's what his coach wants and what his society rewards. But here's where it gets interesting. Sarah Blakely was once a fax machine saleswoman. Her turning point? Getting rejected no after no. And she realized something profound. Every no wasn't a rejection of her, it was data on how to get a yes. She later became the youngest self-made female billionaire. Or Tom Brady, drafted 199th in the 2000 NFL draft. Most people would have accepted the role as a side character. Instead, when meeting the Patriots owner Robert Kraft for the first time, Brady looked him in the eye and said, "I'm the best decision this organization has ever made." That's not just confidence, that's identity capital in action. He didn't just believe, he backed it up with thousands of hours of practice, film study, and relentless preparation. 20 years and 7 Super Bowl rings later, he proved that wasn't just ego talking. Brady became the main character. And this is what we call identity capital, the unique combination of your core strength. In Blue Lock, this is a player's unique weapon. Think Isagi's spatial awareness, your growth pattern, which is how you specifically learn and adapt. The goal is to understand not just what you learn, but how you learn. Isagi's growth pattern can be categorized into 3 sections. That's his observational learning. He's constantly analyzing the game, situations, breaking down complex scenarios into tactical elements, and using a spatial awareness to see opportunities others miss. But that's also his adaptive problem solving. He doesn't rely on a single skill. He integrates new techniques rapidly, and he turns failures into immediate learning opportunities. And then he also has psychological reframing. He transforms setbacks into strategic insights, views competition as a learning environment, and maintains a growth mindset even under intense pressure. That's Isagi's growth pattern. But identity capital would also include your failure fingerprint, which is how you uniquely process and use setbacks. Isagi's model looks like this. He's got immediate deconstruction. He removes emotional attachment. He's willing to completely kill who he is to become someone greater. And he treats failure as data, not defeat. He's also got analysis. He identifies a root cause, not surface symptoms, breaks down failure into controllable variables, and develops targeted improvement strategy. So when you fail, you ask yourself, what does this failure teach me about my current approach? So that's your core strength, your growth pattern, and your failure fingerprint. So next we go into the winning formula. In the anime, it's a way for strikers to consistently score goals, but what does that mean for you in the real world? This is your repeatable process that turns your identity capital into results, in whatever area you're looking to get results in. Here's a 4-step framework. 1. Identification phase, where you map out your unique advantages. 2. Experimentation loop. This is where you test everything. 3. Data collection. Track what works specifically for you. And 4. Pattern recognition, or you build your personal playbook. In the show, Bachira is another character, and he doesn't just rely on his dribbling skills. He specifically identifies situations where defenders are off balance, creates chaos to amplify that weakness, then capitalize with his technical ability. That's not just talent, that's a system. When asked why he doesn't pass the ball to his teammates, Bryant answered, "I see dudes walking into practice 10 minutes before and they leave right after. I don't respect their work ethic. I'm in here busting my ass every day, trying to perfect my craft, and these dudes don't want to work on their game. I don't trust them, so I'm not going to pass them the basketball." Kobe wanted the ball in his hands, but here's the thing, he didn't just want the last second shot. He prepared himself to make it.
Artest looking, gets it to Bryant. Bryant dribbling, has to put it up with the buzzer. Banks it in!
And that's the difference between ego and delusion. True ego says, I deserve to take this shot, then puts in the work to make sure it goes in. It's about having the audacity to believe, but also the discipline to justify that belief.
You see? I got a super special goal of my own.
Here's where Blue Lock gets brilliant, and most people miss it. The facility isn't just about competition, it's about creating specific pressure points that force evolution. And there's 3 levels of environmental engineering. You've got controlled chaos, putting yourself in situations that stretch your capabilities. You have strategic rivalry, using competition as a mirror, not just motivation. And you have progressive overload, systematically increasing challenge levels. Look at Venus and Serena Williams. From childhood, they didn't just train together, they pushed each other to unprecedented levels. Venus's powerful serves forced Serena to develop better returns. Serena's aggressive style made Venus sharpen her defense. Together, they rewrote tennis history. But here's what most people missed. A rivalry wasn't about beating each other, it was about using each other to become unstoppable against everyone else. Design your environment to force growth, from your social circle to your daily schedule to your competition. I have a 1-week challenge for you if you're wanting to unlock your ego and apply this all to your own life. We'll call it the Strategic Ego Sprint. So day 1, identity capital. What makes you dangerous? I want you to write down 3 moments in your life where you performed at your best. For each, answer what skill was at play, what mindset made it possible, what obstacle did you overcome. Find the pattern. This is your identity capital. Day 2, winning formula. Find the pattern, choose one of your strengths from day 1, ask, if I had to teach someone how to replicate this success, what are the steps? Write down the repeatable process behind it. This should be your formula. The goal here isn't to get someone to actually repeat your process. It's to write down the process so you can repeat your own results. Because not everyone's going to have your unique combination of skills. This is your winning formula. Day 3, environmental engineering. Who and what sharpens you? Write down who in your life pushes you the most, what situations have made you level up, and what environments, physical, social, mental, keep you sharp. Identify one way to increase strategic pressure in your environment. Day 4 through 6, the high stakes challenge. Take your winning formula and identity capital and put it in play. Set up one real world challenge that forces you to execute under pressure. For example, if your strength is persuasion, make a bold pitch. If it's problem solving, tackle a high stakes issue fast. If it's storytelling, launch a YouTube channel or TikTok channel. Day 7, reflection and refinement. I want you to look at what worked, what failed, and what's my next level of challenge. Make an adjustment plan for leveling up. And just as a final rule, I want you to document everything. Keep a log of results and insights. You can do this in a notebook, you can do this on Google Sheets or Docs or in Notion, whatever you use, it doesn't really matter, but document everything, because that's how we can get to the point where we can repeat it. But let's be real, this isn't easy. And Blue Lock players who couldn't handle the pressure disappeared. In real life, people who can't embrace strategic selfishness end up living someone else's dream. And remember, we don't rise to the level of our expectations, we fall to the level of our training. But now you have the blueprint. The only question is, are you ready to engineer your ego? You've got 2 choices right now. You can close this video and keep playing it safe, or you can take this blueprint and start building your strategic ego right now. The world doesn't need another humble failure, it needs you, the fully realized, strategically selfish version of you. Your ego isn't just your ally, it's your secret weapon, but only if you know how to use it. Before you go, if you like these types of breakdowns and are serious about making changes in your life, make sure to subscribe, otherwise you may not see us again. And remember, your ego isn't just about believing you're great, it's about having the audacity to become great, not through empty confidence, but through strategic self-belief backed by relentless work. Blue Lock teaches us that greatness isn't handed to you, it's engineered. You are the architect of your potential, so stop waiting for permission and start building your legend.